Okay, here we are in a Legacy League. This is really not my wheelhouse, but I'll explain the deck kind of generally. So we're playing Death Shadow today. The idea is to play something like Delver of Secrets or Death Shadow early, use stuff like Thoughtseize, where are we? Daze, Force of Will in order to disrupt your opponent, and also, where is it? Wastelands to disrupt, and then beat them to death while they're kind of off kilter there. The way that you get low on life is with stuff like Thoughtseize, Street Wraith. We're playing Watery Graves and Legacy because they allow us to take 2 damage. And yeah, it's a pretty simple deck in that sense. Legacy is not my wheelhouse at all, so if you're here to watch top-tier Legacy play, or even probably mid-tier Legacy play, you're probably in the wrong place. What we're doing here is just kind of mucking about, basically. So if that's your wheelhouse, if that's what you want to see, just messing around, then that's what you're here for. As for the sideboard here, Throne of Geth is interesting. Basically, you populate their what do you call it? The thing that counters stuff automatically, and you make it so there's more counters on it. I don't know why that's not coming to me. Surgical Extraction for some graveyard stuff, Liliana for some more control-y stuff, Edict for where they're putting creatures into play, that sort of thing. So, this is the deck, and I'll see you in Game 1. This content is sponsored by
MTGOtraders.com! Buy cards online and bots deliver them so quick your brain will explode! Or exchange your draft cards for tickets until you're puking money! The top online one-stop card shop, MTGOtraders.com!
Okay, here we are in Game 1. Here's our hand. It's got a Daze for Disruption, a Brainstorm, and 2 fetches for us to get stuff done. I think this is okay. So I'm gonna keep, but you know, don't do as I do. I'm not a professional at the Legacy, but I don't know. This seems fine. See what our opponent's up to. Inventor's Fair. Wow, that's interesting. I actually don't know what that's for exactly. So I guess the question is, does he need this? Like, does he have 2 of these? I think I'm gonna wasteland it and just see what happens right there. Go. If he's got another one, I'm gonna feel silly doing that, but yeah, I think I'm pretty okay with that then. What I just did there. So I guess I'll cycle this. Why not? And I guess I'll just fetch a Watery Grave and play Delver of Secrets. That's sort of what we're supposed to do, right? Would love to pay life. Delver. Okay. So, what are we playing here? Actually, like, oh, here's that Chalice on 1 that we were talking about. So I can't daze that because he can pay for it, so that's kind of sad. Okay. So, but we've still got Girma Angler and stuff going on in here. Man, that Chalice is too bad. So we're going to bring in the Throne of Geth for that. Do we have any main deck answers? I don't think we do. Do I want to reveal Girma Angler? No. Okay. So it's probably fine for me to make Girma cheaper. Let's see, we'd have 1 more card in the graveyard here. That'd be 4, 5, 6. So we can't actually play Girma here. But I can just play Death Shadow here, run it into that Chalice, and Girma will be cheaper next turn. I don't know that I actually need it to be cheaper, but I don't think that I can remove this. Alright. Let's smack him for 1. Show him how it's done here. Okay. Okay. See, it's weird because I actually don't recognize what I'm playing against. Do I want to reveal Ponder? Yes. Yes, I do want to reveal Ponder. So if I can't remove this, then I should just run Brainstorm into this. That way I have one more thing in the graveyard. I feel like I could, of course, just look up what's in my deck. Which, by the way, this is the version that was taken to Nationals, kind of like the first outing of this deck. So I thought it would be kind of fun to play the original version. But this version has some stubborn denials and stuff, and I believe those are not played anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to Gurmag Angler. I don't... See, the thing is I don't know Legacy well enough to know what he's playing. Because when I see, like, Ancient Tombs, then I think Eldrazi. But then I see, like, Buried Ruin, and then I don't know what to think. Anyway. So I'll just get the Underground Sea, because my reward for taking damage no longer exists. Boop. Alright, I mean, honestly, these two creatures will kill our opponent pretty fast, so they need to do something other than play lands and Chalice on one. I wonder if this person's like a YouTuber or something. When you have MTG in your name like that, you know? Smokestack. Okay. I don't know if that... I don't know if it's too late for that, because I'll have lots of like lands and stuff to toss into Smokestack so I can keep my creatures. Oh, great. So now for just one black, I can bring back like Gurmag Angler. Man, I've never played against a Smokestack deck, so I don't know, like, how I'm supposed to board for this exactly. I'll probably just look at my board and say, oh, that's useless, that's useless, that's useless, and then not change much. Yeah, nice. So we kind of just came out a little too fast there. Want these two Throne of Geths, and because we're just talking about number of permanents, you know what I'm saying? Him to Turok might be good, because it limits how many permanents he can have out at once, you know what I'm saying? Because he'll just have less cards to put there. So the question is, what's bad against our opponent? They mostly play non-creature spells, so Stubborn Denial will kind of hit them, but we probably want to get rid of them just because they're like, if we don't happen to have like the Throne of Geth or whatever, then we're going to be in a bad spot if they stop our ones. Man, I don't know the Smokestack deck well. I could look it up, but I don't think we're going to get the chance to reanimate their stuff, which is where this becomes sweet. Like, you play a reanimate deck and they throw something in there turn one and you're like, okay, great, I'll reanimate it. Thanks for the Grizzle brand. I'll take out Snuff Outs, because I don't think they're gonna have many creatures, you know. Okay, that's just from my feeling, since I haven't played against the deck really. Okay, you know what, it's probably like, now that I think about it, it's probably like Smokestack, Wasteland, and Crucible of Worlds is like a pretty sweet combo right there. So I bet Crucible's in here, but I don't have anything in particular to stop Crucible, so I could bring Explosives for just some of the random permanents that they put in. I guess I'll take out a Reanimate for that. Okay. How much can I Sunburst, though? I can only Sunburst for 2, so I can't get anything too sweet. I'll put in a Stubborn Denial. Maybe these are better than the Reanimates. Okay, something like that. We're going to want to be a little bit disruptive with our hand this time. This hand's pretty clearly a mulligan because... Well, it's not clearly, because, like, if we get one land, then we can actually go, like... Because we get 2 draw steps, basically, on turn 1 because of Street Wraith. And then we get... If we hit a land, then we get to Thoughtseize, and that's probably a really good start. But if we miss, then we just don't play Magic. That's not awesome. And our opponent mulligan, so we probably just want to be able to play Magic. This is great. I want to keep this. Basically, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Ponder, probably. Oh, he's playing with, he was exiling cards, right? So he's playing with, yeah, Serum Powder. No, I'll keep my hand. Wow. Mulliganing? Okay, I think he's just going to give up here. I think he's at the point of just giving up. But mulliganing and smokestack do not work well together. Okay, so we're clearly great at Legacy, guys. We won our first match, and I'll see you for the next one. Okay, here we are in match 2. We get to Delver turn 1. We get to follow up with a Wasteland, be a little bit annoying with Force of Will and Daze. I think I'm into this, so I'm going to keep it. And let's see what we're playing against here. Okay. So I think it might be sweet to... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get a Watery Grave, hurt myself here. Yeah, I'll pay 2 life. I'll cast this, kill the Noble, just to slow him down, you know what I'm saying? And then go like this, Delver. Now my daze is stronger because they have less sources of mana. So let's see what's up. Well, that suddenly I put a damper on my my fun times here, but I do have Maze of Ith, so it's not actually a problem. Do I want to reveal Polluted Delta? No, I'm okay. Alright. So I'll start off by just Wastelanding here. I could Wasteland the Forest, but then I'd just... Like, he would have no mana, hypothetically. I don't know. I think he could have just been putting that out for the Delver, but the thing is if I do that, I'm slowing them down, but I've got no pressure. You have to have pressure and disruption. If it's just disruption with no pressure, then you're not really accomplishing anything. Okay, so now I'm going to do more disruption with the Thoughtseize here. Let's see what he's got. Okay, so we got 2 Bayous, so he can't cast anything that costs white. If he does, though, what do we want to stop from happening? I think here... We don't really care about the ability of Kasali Pridemage. And I have this and Reanimate don't go well together. I think I'll just take the swords, but I'm not sure about that. Let's see what happens. Okay, probably nothing, unless they drew something they can cast. Okay, that's too bad, because I don't want them to cast things. But I'll just daze it. No problem. I'd like this to flip so I can get that pressure that we were talking about. But we're not about to. I don't think that there's anything that I need a bunch of mana to cast at this point. So I think I'm just going to Wasteland the Bayou so that if they draw white mana, they still can't play Knight of the Reliquary, which is a very strong card. I need to draw a blue card that I can keep in hand for Force of Will. Because Night will really ruin my days. Man! I need to draw non-lands at some point. Now, one thing that I could do is I could bring back this Noble Hierarch. It's not a super strong play, honestly. I assume since they actually play creatures and I can't counter any of them at this point, that I need to not take damage by, like, aggressively watery graving and stuff. It'd be cool for them to play something like Knight of the Reliquary. Is this going to flip ever? Come on. Yes, I do want to reveal that. So it's kind of sad because I'm revealing a counterspell, but at the same time, it's not bad because I have a counterspell. Alrighty. I'm gonna play a Bloodstained Mire because I have Wasteland there. Oh, they said things and we just ignored them. You know, if I don't think our opponent said anything because I would have noticed as I was reading the mulligan decisions here for the previous opponent. Hope I didn't miss a message. Nice. This is going great. If all of my games of Legacy are just people not doing anything and me hitting them with creatures, I'm gonna enjoy my time in Legacy. Protection from blue. So it's a 1/1 that can it's an 1/1 untapper. I feel there's like definitely a combo here that I don't understand. That's definitely what's happening. But I could just counter, hypothetically, the creature that it combos with. Like, I don't think he's going to get the rest of the combo out without me understanding. Oh, okay, but this is protection from blue and flying, so I can't allow it because then I have no pressure. So, yeah. Force, and then the question is, do we think we're going to draw another blue card soon? I think I might pitch Force because we know he's got 2 creatures in hand that he can't cast. And I can just kind of hope to ride his ability to not cast that for longer. Okay, so now I don't need... I think I'll cast the Ponder now. Even though I'll get Wastelanded right after. Phew, let's Ponder. Okay, so I can Thoughtseize, but we know that they can't cast 2 other cards anyway. So if they draw a white source, then if I Thoughtseize, he's still going to cast something with that white source. So that doesn't actually stop him too much. He's got too much mana for days. I think that this is actually a throwback and a shuffle. Oh my gosh, I couldn't ask for a better card there. So I think I'll just get... So if I take 2 more damage, then I'll be at 6. So this will hit for 7, and if I play Watery Grave next turn, then I'll be able to attack for lethal. Okay, I like Threatening Lethal. Threatening Lethal is good. Okay. I feel like he's probably been unlucky to not be able to cast anything with white for so long. I don't know how many white sources they have realistically. Okay, great. Well, that felt a little one-sided again. Okay. I think that's probably not good. This is probably good. Like, it kills noble hierarchs. It doesn't really kill too much else, but it's probably okay with just the grinding game. Him to Turok is I don't know, it's 2 for 1s, right? Let's see, is there anything that I'm not interested in? That I'm just like, that's not a thing that I care about. I think Stubborn Denial, they're mainly creature focused. So non-creature spells, there's not too many for me to stop. Like, there are ones for me to stop, but just not a great deal. I don't know when people... Daze is worse on the draw for sure. So maybe I take out 2 Dazes. The thing about Dread of Night is not many of his creatures die to it. Like, none of the ones that we saw, for example, died to it. I assume there's got to be some in there. Okay. For Nihil Spellbomb, this does stop Knight of the Reliquary. Because it shrinks it right down, right? Maybe we do something like this. I don't know how many blue cards I need to have to keep Force of Will still good. I think I'm just gonna keep that Daze in and keep them slightly honest. Hard choice, hard choice. But I think I'll just do this. Well, this is exactly the kind of thing that we want to do. Play Delver, hit people, so seems fine. There's not really any way for me to pester them with stuff like Thoughtseize or Daze or Force of Will, but maybe we can just win an honest game here. So there's a card that I think it was, what, Dread of Night is the card name, would be good against. Anyway, not really a big deal. So, I think I'll just do this to see what other stuff I could have as a possibility. Not really anything worth mentioning, so I'll go Verdant Catacombs, Watery Grave, yes, Delver, and we'll see what happens. I'd be interested, what do I do if he attacks? Do I trade off Delverino? I wonder. Well, now it's not really an option, is it? So we basically just turned off the last turn. Not a big deal. I was a little bit land heavy, considering that there's so many 1-drops on this deck. Like, I know you need eventually more lands for good old Liliana, but... So, if I take 3 damage, I'll be at 13. I still can't cast Death Shadow without it instantly dying. So, another Delver it is. Now, if this gets wastelanded too, I will actually be sad. Because this is a relatively low land count deck, because you can't actually cast that much stuff with Wasteland. Because you're playing like all 1-drops. Like half your deck is 1-drops, and Wasteland doesn't help you play colored 1-drops. So... Okay, on the upside, we didn't get wastelanded there, so that's good. I can play a Death Shadow this turn, so I think I will. It's not huge, but he doesn't have any damage-based removal probably in these colors, right? The fact is, I just don't know the Legacy, like, metagame super well. I didn't cast Brainstorm because I don't know what I'm looking for right now. Jeez, 3 swords? That's pretty uncool. That's pretty uncool indeed. Gaia's Cradle just acting like a regular forest with downside for this turn. Okay, great. So I think I'm just gonna slam. And, yeah. Yep. She's basically protected against this particular creature because if they attack with it, then it just dies next turn to the plus, so they have to play some other creature. Oh, okay, so they're gonna get some pressure on this way. But I don't know, like, of course, I don't know their deck. They seem to have some sort of combo in there. So I'm not sure if they can pump this up somehow. They could go search for a Noble Hierarch and hit for 2. That would be a real thing. I do have this to stop anything too shenanigan-y, but man, there are some downsides to this here. Because if I do this, I'm just going to have to try to, like, kind of live off of Liliana here. You know, I've never wastelanded a Dryad Arbor before. That's kind of an interesting one. Wasteland a creature. Oh, you know what? I think I figured out the combo. The combo is you have that untappy dude, and you untap what you're doing with that is you must be untapping Knight of the Reliquary and then just growing him huge by just cycling through a bunch of lands. Okay, sweet. So this is great because we get pressure in, like, multiple ways, which is great. So, yeah, big on that. So the only thing I can return is Street Wraith, which I can't even do anything about. Hopefully their 4th swords doesn't come to pass here on this Girma Angler. But yeah, we're gonna finally have some pressure here, and because we have the combo here, they're not gonna be able to, like, block with Mother of Runes and give protection, because then I can just kill it with Liliana, which is awesome. So I know I don't need these lands. Okay, fantastic. And I can just do the passing because they know, I know, we both know that I don't have anything up my sleeves. They seem to be having some mana problems like last time. Though, to be fair, it might have been a bit better if they didn't do this Dryad Arbor thing. So here the question is, do I want to give them the ability to do the block? Oh, you know what? Oh, okay, so if I attack first... Oh, this is interesting. If I attack and then he does the block protect thing, then it's also protected from this. So I should do this first so that he can't block with it. This is one of those situations where knowing the rules actually tells you there's only one way. It's not... Sometimes the rules feel like, yeah, you could do it both ways, but you kind of end up at the same result. Not in this way. Alright. So now we'll cycle this. Let's see what we find. Another Liliana that's maybe not so useful. I can tell you what though. If this Liliana ults against a creature deck, I have a hard time imagining losing. Yeah, dude. We are so good at Magic. We're so good. Okay, well, see ya in match 3. Okay, here we are. We're on the play for a change. That's pretty exciting. Our dazes will be stronger. Let's see what we got here. Cebu. I don't know if I like this. I mean, turn 1 Thoughtseize is cool. These are basically 2 other cards. When you just cycle cards, though, they have a, you know, some chance of being a land. So this might look more like a 4-land hand on average, just based on cycling these 2 Street Race. So with that kind of thought, it's almost like, man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna mulligan this hand because I have just 1 piece of disruption and nothing to attack with. These are the real question, and I don't know the answer to this question because I haven't played this format or really just this deck enough. It's, you know, of course, the only time I played this deck. Okay, yeah, this looks more like what I'm into. Yeah, we'll keep. So this is interesting. I think I'm okay with having 2 lands. That doesn't seem bad, so I'll put it on top. Why not? It also protects us a little bit against Wasteland, which is a real thing. Okay, so I'll start off by cycling this just so we can make informed decisions. Is this a reference to a show or something? Hard Worlder? It sounds like something in a show or something, if you know what I mean. Like some sci-fi show. Okay. Delver. Show me what you got. You know, playing this format might be good for me because it'll stop me from just passing stuff so easily. Okay, so what I get from Volcanic Island, I mean, it could be a lot of things, but my understanding is one of the big ones is show and tell. Is for things that could just like kill me so instantly. So gotta keep up that stubbornness. And of course, well, what do we could reveal? No, I won't reveal that. So I think let's start with the Thoughtseize, and then we can decide if we want another Delver afterwards. Because I'm not sure how much I have to deal with here. What they got? Oh no, this is something completely different. Okay. So this is really interesting. There's all sorts going on here. I think I have like no way to deal with Young Pyromancer when it hits and Stubborn Denial doesn't hit it, so I think I take Young Pyromancer. And I just need to keep in mind that these are here. Does this enter revealed card zone? I don't know. I'll hit print screen just in case it doesn't. Yeah, I'll take Young Pyromancer. Yeah, and then I have to play around these cards here. Okay. So I think I will just slam another Delver. No, because then he can daze me. In fact, he could have dazed that Thoughtseize, which is why I should have played one of these. See, this is me not playing Legacy. So I'll go like this, and I don't want him to daze my Delver, because I don't have many things to protect from daze because I don't have many spells on hand, so might as well protect this. Oh my gosh, I just clicked 2 combat step. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully we don't lose by 1. That was a whoopsie. Huh. You know what? I think I'm gonna stubborn denial that. Because, like, I know he's got a Scalding Tarn, so that helps him sculpt. So I think because he's like aggro, I'm gonna lose health the normal way, so I'll just take an Underground Sea. So, but if I stubborn denial this, then he gets to daze it back. So it just kind of gets a daze out of his hand that I could just have played around anyway. Yeah, the more I think about this, the more complicated it gets. I think I let that one happen. Because I can play around daze like pretty easily once I know that it's in his hand, so. Although now I don't know that it's in his hand, you know? Because he can Brainstorm Scalding Tarn. Okay, let's see what we get here. Do I want to reveal daze? Yes, I guess I do. I assume this is a bolt. And then I get to stubborn denial it, and I can pay for a daze. Here's some modern in your legacy. Whoops. Okay, so how do I pay for it? Pay 1? Yes. Yes, pay 1. Yes. Okay, so he hypothetically has something like these cards. And the Scalding Tarn we've seen now, so. Oh, and the Force of Will? Come on, buddy. That little bug he never bugged anyone. Sad times. Okay. As I said before, I think we're just gonna take lots of damage the normal way, so I'll just do this. What did he pitch with that? He pitched Spell Pierce. I assume that he didn't Brainstorm throw away a Brainstorm. That seems like a pretty good card to throw away, so we know he has a Brainstorm. Oh, yeah, I'm going to daze this. You kidding me? I have no evidence that he has any more mana than that. Okay, we're fighting over this Ponder. That's probably a good thing. Is a lightning bolt happening? Or it's his own Delver, could be. No, lightning bolt. Okay, we're pretty far behind because I'm fairly certain that he still has a Brainstorm and we have nothing. So we need to draw something that's like a real card. Well, that'll do. Good to take this Brainstorm. Okay, now it's just top decking wars. So do I want this Underground Sea down? Like, is there any disadvantage to me having it? I guess if I draw Liliana and then... I don't really know. What's the downside? He already knows that I have this if he's been paying attention, so it's not like it's a mystery. Well, we just traded off a bunch of spells. Okay. I guess we wasteland him just because. Stops him from playing like Pyromancers if he's got another land in hand. Yeah. Force? Well, it's not a bad card. Okay, our opponent's actually casting something. This is a Girma Angler. It looks like one just from the tap and then sit around for a little bit type thing. Yeah, that's bad. Doesn't help. Okay, so we're dead in 2 hits here. Have to come up with a solution. And our deck isn't really good at coming up with a solution to this problem. Because we've got kill non-black stuff. Or does Snuff Out kill black stuff? I don't know. But it cost me 4 life, so I can't even cast it. Probably just dead. Huh, might as well. Sure. Okay. So we're playing against... It looked like just straight blue-red. Him might be good. Because we're just kind of trading resources, so getting 2 for 1 is not bad. Reanimate's good because we can bring back dead Gurmags and stuff. Stubborn Denial doesn't make me crazy excited. I can stop his Gurmags with Spell Bomb. Engineered Explosive, I don't know. Maybe is okay. Force of Will is kind of 2 for 1-ing myself in this matchup, eh? And he's not like a combo deck, so I don't think I need to be too crazy on Force. I wonder if it might be good to bring in the 2 Lilianas and just take out all the forces. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that. I don't know how good that is. Let's see what this does. Non-black creature. So this kills basically just like Pyromancers and Delvers. Is that good enough? Doesn't kill Gurmags. It's probably good enough. Alright, let's just try it. Yeah, we'll just try it. Love to play first. This looks good. This looks great. Keep. So we'll turn 1 Delver, turn 2 him. That seems pretty good. All right. I don't know if I'm supposed to take the damage here. I should have cycled the Street Race so I could see if I would get Death Shadow. But without knowing, I'm just going to take an Underground Sea. That was definitely a mistake, though. Okay. It's fine as is. Okay. So let's see what our opponent gets up to. Daze is pretty strong on turn 1. Because like if they Delver or something, we get to just daze it. Okay. I could be brainstorming here to make sure we hit the Delver. But I kind of don't want to. Force, really? Man. I have not gotten to beat this guy in counters, you know? In the counter war. To be fair, though, he's probably going to have 2 cards in hand next turn. But we're not going to be able to get him because I'm going to still be sitting on just 1 land. Lame. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. I'll just do this. So now we get another chance to counter. It looks like he doesn't have any lands, though. So that's sweet. It makes my him worse because he's just sitting on extra stuff anyway. But... It makes me want to Brainstorm Shuffle next turn instead of him, since he's not doing anything that I need to be concerned about. Oh man, so much action. Just like a crazy amount of action. So I think I'll put back Marsh Flats. And Daze is good since he's low on stuff right now. I want to have as much stuff to do. Although, to be fair, Marsh Flats does help me cast Liliana, which is good. So maybe I get rid of Thoughtseize and him, because like I've got so much action anyway. I think I can just beat him on the action that I've accumulated. It's like this turn, I'll Gurmag. I've got a Daze to protect it. And then I'll Liliana next turn, hypothetically. Something like that. Can I undo that? Yeah, because I've got the thing to bring stuff back from the graveyard, so I probably want Street Wraith in there. No, you know what? I don't want Street Wraith. I want Delver still in there, maybe? Something's wrong with how I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I did keep the Delver. Great. Alright, Daze. Give me my Gurmag. Okay, that will be very hard for him to remove if he is just straight blue-red. Especially because he might not even draw a land here. He might just be over. Yeah, okay. So, we're now going to be on the draw. Daze is going to be worse. Maybe I bring in some forces. Seems fine. See, explosives is good at like... It's a pretty expensive way to kill their stuff. But does kill everything but Gurmag Angler in their deck most likely. Maybe I take out Nihil Spellbomb because just spinning my wheels when I'm on the defense is probably not great. Have a force. Okay, I'll do something like this. I think this breakdown is kind of weird. I don't know if it should be 4 forces in 1 days. But let's do it. Well, that's not playable. That is a lot more playable, so I'll keep it. Yeah, that's action. I'm in a spot where, you know, my Delver can get dazed pretty easily. I don't think I'm supposed to just sit on it though. Oh, Thoughtseize. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I imagine he takes the Delver. But I could see Death Shadow. I don't know. Yeah, he takes a Delver. I think that makes the most sense. So I think we'll just ponder. I would love to pay 2 life. Hopefully get one of these dazes, because he won't play around the daze in this situation, most likely. Okay. Alright. What do we got? Am I getting wastelanded? Nope. Also, he does have black in his deck. We've only seen the... Oh, no, we did see the black. I don't know why I was not... That wasn't clicking. He played a Girma Gangler against us. This is a Pyromancer? Okay. Whew. Okay. So we're going to do the good old Fatal Push. It's undazable, which is good. It'd be sweet for us to draw a land next turn. I don't know if I drew a land next turn, if I would do the Hymn, because it plays around Daze, or Liliana, because it's so good. What is this? Oh, another young Pyromancer. Now I really want to draw land. Because Liliana kill young Pyromancer is too good. Okay, that doesn't happen, so I think we're just going to Hymn. We could, like, Delver Death Shadow. No, we can't Death Shadow because we can't lose enough life. But yeah, just Delver, any of this nonsense. I think hemming now is good. I think he's going to smack us organically. So maybe I don't need to rush to hit myself with Watery Grave. Yeah. I'm not like 1,000,000% sure on that, but seems to make sense to me. Okay, so he doesn't have an answer. He's trying to brainstorm to find one, so that gives me hope. Also, the brainstorm can hide his best stuff, which is too bad. But at least get some value. Alright, what do we get out of you? Ponder Wasteland, okay. I'm secretly pretty okay with not being wastelanded because I want to land this Liliana. Though if they cast too many non-creature spells, it will become pretty awkward, this card. That is pretty hard for me to deal with. Okay, I want to draw maybe a land and have their last card not be days. Okay, so half of my request has been given to me. So I am just throwing away this Liliana to die from True Name Nemesis, but it does, you know, save me 4 life and everything. So, and I don't really have a lot of options there. The nice thing about Death Shadow is it is quite the racer. The downside of Death Shadow is it's stopped very easily by 1/1s and other nonsense like that. And he can't not kill Liliana, right? Oh, he's not. Well, that is fascinating. I wonder if that is intentional? Or if it was an oopsie? Oh, okay, Lightning Bolt. Now it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Okay, so I want to cast all 3 of these cards, I know for sure. So I might as well Brainstorm first. To see if there's anything that I would like better. I think just playing 2 Death Shadow and a Delver is not bad. And I'm gonna die fast here, but the difference between 9 and 7 is non-existent when you're being hit for 3. Okay, let's see what happens. Doesn't flip. Step 1. Rough, rough, rough. True Name is a very unfun card. It's not that I'm not having fun, but I just question whether or not printing that card made Magic more fun on average. Don't think so. Yep. Man, a Toxic Deluge would be so ridiculously good right now. So if I attack with a Death Shadow, then they don't have to do anything, and then one thing other than the True Name will get through. Well, I think I just have to make them mess up. I think that's... I have to hope that I attack with this, and for some reason they block. Even though they have no reason to block. Don't think about it. Just block. That's a lot of damage. I think he's thinking about it here. It's not good for me. Just block it. There's literally no reason to block it, but just do it anyway, buddy. Come on, hard worlder. Plus. Yes. Okay, step 1. Just got a free creature off of them. And yeah. So this has to not flip. They have to not draw. They have to basically draw land here. Okay. So we're dead. Okay. So we've been doing pretty hot. We are 2-1 overall in matches. And we even got a game off this guy. So pretty great. Okay, here we are in match 4. Man, if I knew we were playing against Reanimator, I'd be all over this, but we don't know that. We've got, it's weird because like this could be just a straight up mulligan against many decks. We've got a decent amount of disruption though. I think the point of this deck is to mulligan that kind of thing. Ooh. This is rough here. Oh. You guys can talk about these mulligan decisions, by the way, because I'm not 100% confident on them. The chances of me drawing a land in Legacy where we're kind of light on land and it can't be a wasteland, yeah. Because like these are worse on like turn 3 if I'm stuck on land than they are on turn 1. So I think this is also mulligan. Okay, this is a keep. Yeah, I'll put that on the bottom. Okay, Pluto Delta. So it could be like Storm. Could be just like something like us, you know, but I think I'll Thoughtseize. See what's up. So this looks like a Brainstorm to hide his best 2 cards. Yeah. And then hopefully we don't get wastelanded. The safer play would have probably been to just ponder, but... Oh, so we are playing against Storm. So I'm not sure how this works. Like, what should I take here? Like, these Brainstorms helped him sculpt. This is kind of the end of the combo. This is not part of the combo. These can become combo pieces, so I assume I just take Brainstorm to slow him down. But I'm not definitely not sure about that. I feel reasonably confident that it's not the Infernal Tutor. And they'll just be kind of accumulating critical mass over there. I'm gonna try to get this Ponder off. Man. This is tough because like these are things that are good against them, but once again we have like no pressure. So what am I supposed to do? Just I think I just toss it back. And then I'll telegraph here that I have a wasteland. Because I need it in play. Yep. Now they've used up all the Brainstorms that we've seen so far. So that's good. Because because our next Thoughtseize is very likely to actually hit some critical pieces. If they duress us here, it's actually not that bad because it opens them up to this wasteland, which I'm happy to trade away. I wish you could, like, move the cards in these. I don't see why you can't. Like, in Graveyard, I know why you can't. The reason you can't is because some certain cards are, like, reanimate the top card of your graveyard. But for, like, revealed card zones or, like, exile zones, there's no reason for that. I'll just do this so I can pass. He'll probably just take, I don't know if he'll take Brainstorm or Thoughtseize. I mean, Thoughtseize kind of does the Attrition thing so he can't build up critical mass. Yeah, so he wants to take it. I'd love a fetch land so I can use it. Ooh, I was going to say, so I can use a Brainstorm to shuffle away this Fatal Push. Okay, Girma Gangler is a card. Okay, the first card clicked will be the last card drawn. So, I want to draw Girma Gangler next turn. I want Daze right now. So this is actually in the same order. No. Okay, great. So they just saw my hand, so they're very unlikely to play around this Daze. So that's awesome. I wonder if they shuffled away this Bayou with one of those Brainstorms. I'm starting to believe that's the case. All right, great. And then might as well Brainstorm shuffle here. Right now, if I draw a Death Shadow, I'll have no way to play it. And it'll be a while before I can hurt myself again. So weirdly, I think I need to actually hurt myself so that if I draw a Death Shadow, I can play it. Strange. When you've got a Daze in this situation, you basically just Daze the first thing you can. Because he's starting to have a decent amount of land out. And like once he starts ritualing, it'll be very hard for me to hit anything. I'm amazed that I'm not dead. It is turn 5 against Storm. Okay. So we'll definitely brainstorm here. We'll see what we can find. Okay, there's nothing to reanimate right now. A second daze seems decent. I don't think I need the wasteland right now. So I think I'll just Thoughtseize here. Slow down his critical mass. So duress, Ritual Lion's Eye Diamond. I mean, awkwardly, he can almost tendrils me, like just by like Ritual duress, cast Lion's Eye Diamond, tendrils. I'd be at 1. So I think I just have to take the tendrils. These duresses also make my dazes garbage because like duress, I can't respond because the tax is meaningless. This Lion's Eye Diamond currently doesn't do anything that he wants it to do. I'm gonna take tendrils. Weird choice here. Because generally he'll storm off, use his graveyard, blah blah blah. So by getting him to fetch with this Misty, then if I draw a Wasteland, it actually does something. Whoa, he just was like, fine, I won't do anything. Oh yeah, well he knows these 2 cards are just the lands that I picked up. So kind of gave it away, but that's fine. Yeah, I didn't bait him into this Wasteland deal. Okay. Man, what did I mulligan to? Was it 5 at the beginning of this game? I don't know. I'm surprised I'm alive. Honestly. These 2 duresses are gone. Yep, still nothing for me to reanimate. Attack. I'll play my Watery Grave tapped. So that if I draw Liliana next turn, I can Liliana and Wasteland. In that weird hypothetical. Right, you got it. Right, that's the second duress. He didn't pay for the days last time. Okay, let's see what happens. I feel like I'm very dead, but... Look, I'm impressed that I got to turn 8. Yeah, so he's got the storm count of 6. We know that he can go get tendrils if he has a second one. Or he can just go get the thing to play from his graveyard. He's got it. That is game over. So, now we get to take out the stuff that's bad, like Fatal Push and Snuff Out. We get to put in stuff that's good, like Nihil Spellbomb's fine, Surgicals are fine. Him is kind of fine, because the nice thing about him is that we were just depleting them of resources. Oh, Liliana's only in our sideboard. It can't be drawn game 1. I'm not into reanimate because they're not going to be killing our stuff in general. So I think this is a reasonable sideboard. Let's do it. I would love to play first. This is pretty disruptive. I think I keep this, even though I was saying before that I really want threats. And this is one of those legacy things that I just don't know the answer to. Like, is it better to preordain here or ponder if I'm looking for a threat? I mean, I see more cards this way. I see 3, and then 1 random one if those 3 aren't any good. Kind of lets you plan out in the future. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I like some of the things going on here. So I want... I think Surgical I can wait on. Because with all this, I don't think he's going to be fighting through that too easily right now. So I think I'll just put... Huh. And I need the Misty to get low enough to even cast Death Shadow. It doesn't even quite get me there. So actually maybe I don't want Death Shadow that quickly. So I'll do like Death Shadow, Misty, Surgical. No Shuffle. And Surgical will help me get a little bit lower. Yeah, it seems to all make sense. I guess technically Force helps me get lower in life too. And what is this? I will daze literally anything, probably. Yeah, I'll daze that. It also helps me take more damage to myself for the Death Shadow. Oh, I didn't even read this. This looked like nonsense to me, but it says monkeys can't cry. Okay. Yes. Then I'll preordain. So bottom, top. I guess that's why you would preordain first. That way you don't have to waste some of the distance of ponder. Yeah, that makes sense. So next time I will Shadow Spellbomb and have up Force. I don't think he's going to go off this turn. He might... See, I don't know if this is a misplay, because he should still be afraid of daze. Or, like, whether or not he really needed the land or not. I don't know. Oh, Stubborn Denial is great. That's a great card. So now I can Force and Surgical without even using any mana. And then this will be a 4/4, so I can Stubborn Denial. Plays within plays within plays, really. Oh, I was gonna Nihil Spellbomb. Oh, right, but I wanted Stubborn Denial. Right. Huh. Thoughtseize, huh? Man. He can't turn off my forces. Thoughtseize is good. Because I can only force, which is just giving him a 2-for-1. Yeah, I think I'm going to let him have it. The only thing is I kind of don't want to lose my Spell Bomb, because that's a real, like, turn off the graveyard card. I assume that's what he's going to take here. Surgical is kind of just like a lesser version of Spell Bomb. Yep. Goodbye, Spellbomb. You know what? Considering how much I don't know this format, supposedly, I feel like I'm predicting what happens decently well. So, for this, I really don't like this. Because then I'll just have no pressure against him. Ugh. I think I'm going to force it, but I do not know that that's good. Now this is good. Oh my god, I clicked through. Oh my. Keep on sitting back in my chair, relaxing too much. Oh, that was a huge blunder. Because he would be at 12 right now if I did that properly. If I wanted to be really aggressive, he would be at 10. Oh, that was so foolish. I feel so bad right now. There was no reason for me to let that happen. Okay. Yeah, that gives him a whole nother turn, man. Very, very big mistake there. It's just one of those MTGO things, though. Like, it's not like that would ever happen in real life, you know? Okay, so he's gonna start going off here. Okay, so how many cards does he have in graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're all different somehow. So I can't stop the threshold. I've only got one card left, though. So what is he going to search for? Oh, I'm at 8, so yeah, Tendrils just kills me directly. Man. So the Death Shadow thing didn't matter anyway, because he just always had everything, and the way that this was set up against Surgical was just bad the whole time, but man. I'm annoyed at myself for making the mistake, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I don't think that we're awesome against combo. Yeah, I'd much rather be playing something like Death and Taxes. Alright, Well, so we're 2-2 now, so let's try to end up positive with a 3-2 by winning our next one. So here we are in our last match. We've played against all different people, I think, which is great, because this queue is small enough that sometimes you just end up playing against the same people, but we've got to play against different people and different decks every single round so far. I mean, unless this person has a deck that we've seen. So that's pretty nice to have that much diversity in the content. So I am for this. Also, I do not know who this character was in Magic. I do not recognize that at all. Like, this maybe metal stuff kind of reminds me of Kaladesh, but I just know that's definitely not Kaladesh. This looks good. Hurt ourselves a bunch, and then play Death Shadow and have Thoughtseize and Daze to follow things up with. It'll be actually Thoughtseize turn 1, but seems good. We'll be able to Death Shadow turn 2, which is good enough. What you got? Oh, it's the mirror. Okay, well, I don't know anything about this, so I assume he takes Death Shadow? Yeah, it's gotta be Death Shadow. Right? Unless his hand's really great, then it's Thoughtseize. Whew. Oh no, his hand's really great. Okay, so because this is good for brainstorms, I'm just going to Watery Grave and Delver. That's surprising to me because he knows that I'm like heavy land. Like, I've got too much land. So I'm surprised that he would do that. That Thoughtseize really kind of helped us get closer to actually casting Death Shadow and keeping it alive. Now we can't cast it next turn. I could have dazed this. Should I have? I don't know. It doesn't seem that important, but he does know that I have a daze, so actually getting to use it is maybe not something that I'll get too many chances. So maybe I should have dazed it. I don't know. That's the kind of in-depth legacy stuff that I just don't know the answer to. Now, if I can flip these Delvers next turn, he'll be dead so fast. He'll be dead ridiculously fast. Okay. Does turn off our days, I guess. Yep, as I was saying. Okay, flip. Nice. So I can take 3 and ponder. And then next turn, probably Girma Angler, probably. Okay, so our own wasteland is here. These are really good cards if I get to cast them. The thing is, I might not get the opportunity. I think I need to play as though I will, though. Because, like, the upside is so huge. So I think I'll go, like... I want to draw Reanimate first so I can get back my Delver. So, like, Death Shadow, Reanimate, Wasteland. And then I'll Wasteland him here. Or did I already play my land for this turn? Okay, I did. Okay, I won't Wasteland him here. I'll Wasteland him next turn. Okay, he gets my Delver of Secrets. I guess that's fine. Because that's a race that I'm winning, especially since mine is actually flipped. The downside is that this reanimates worse, but it's... Actually, I can reanimate the Street Wraith. That's pretty good. Because it'll be unblockable against him. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's start with this. Although this doesn't play around days. I should have reanimated and then used the Wasteland. Man, this is a complex format. Please no days, I will feel so foolish. Force of Will. Okay. I could have also just Gurmagged here. The thing is, Gurmag gets stopped by... Gurmag gets stopped by a big Death Shadow, and the Street Wraith doesn't, and the Street Wraith is big enough to do the job. Okay, great. So... I don't know what's great in the mirror. Probably, like, Hymn to Turok. Snuff Out's got to be pretty bad. It only kills Delver, right? I don't know if it grinds this much. It doesn't kill anything unless they're just, like, misplaying pretty badly and letting me snipe a Death Shadow that's at 1. Yeah, that doesn't seem awesome. It does mean... No, it's just not awesome. Probably. I think this is what we do. Engineered Explosive kills Delvers and it kills Death Shadows. Take out a Daze because I'm on the draw here. Okay, I think that all makes sense to me. Let's do it. What do we got? What do we got? Very little disruption because Force of Will costs us a ton. Stubborn Denial doesn't stop any of their threats. think I mulligan this. That looks better. Sure, it doesn't stop a turn 1 thing, but probably good in the long run. Okay, I'm cool with that. It means that we'll be ready to fight with Daze and Stubborn Denial. And Force of Will. Okay, so... pass. I could have pondered, but I wanted to leave up Stubborn Denial. I don't know if it's good to leave up Stubborn Denial, but I wanted to. That's annoying. Because he's playing around Daze. And Stubborn Denial basically is just another Daze. So I kind of have to force it, which is lame. So do I toss out the Stubborn Denial or the Daze if I want to force? I think I'll toss out the Stubborn Denial because I could still Daze something here. If he tosses down something else. Whoa, do we have enough Death Shadows? Probably not. Alright. Oh, we don't even get dazed. That's cool. I can't play anything else this turn, so I might as well have a force in my hand. So yeah, I'll just draw a Delver next turn. This really lets him kind of set up what he wants to do. Because of the marsh flats. I think I'm gonna still allow it though. Okay, this is great, because if he plays something here, we get to daze it. Which I've been waiting patiently to do. Of course, I could always get days back. Okay, that worked. Cool. Cool. So, yes, I would love to pay 2 life, because I want to play those Death Shadows eventually. So because we're not playing around days anymore, I'm just going to play 2 Death Shadows next turn. If this flips next turn and I play both of these next turn, I think I'll be in ridiculously cool shape. Oh my gosh, he's got the double 2, man. The double trouble. Oh my gosh. Well, it truly is the mirror, isn't it? So, Wow, all this time. Maybe he just drew last turn. This shadow is such an awkward card. What is this? This is a pretty good card. I don't know if we even have Dismember in our 75. I don't think we do. I mean, he definitely got us. I don't think that there's much we can draw to stop us from losing from this point. Like, our another Death Shadow would be good. Or, like, I don't even know. He'd have to not flip this, too. Yep. So, for some reason, I thought that we lost game one. I thought that was the end. But we're back. So we're on the play, so Days is better. What doesn't excite me? Stubborn Nile doesn't excite me that much. So let's give this a go. All right, I would love to play first. I think very important in this matchup. This seems cool. It has a lot of things that I'm interested in doing, so yeah, I guess I'll keep it. Do. Watery Grave. I would love to pay 2 life. So him is annoying, so I'm pretty tempted to take that. I could always force him later. I think I'll take him so things don't get too nasty. All right. Huh. Should I just reanimate Street Wraith? That seems kind of cool. Seems kind of cool. What did he have again? Not many dazes or anything to play around. So here's the Wasteland. And it plays around Fatal Push and everything. That's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know if this is good or if I should keep it. This is one of those things where you could be like, dude, everyone knows in the mirror that you only reanimate Death Shadows because that's like the only card that matters. You know, stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know enough to know that kind of insider stuff. Also, this reanimate's pretty sweet because it makes it so I can play Death Shadow more easily. Which will just get Fatal Pushed, of course. And I guess I can force any Fatal Push on that. I don't know. This is interesting. I like this. So the Misty isn't there anymore. Our opponent was pondering indeed. Those can be hard decisions. Okay, so I'm not sure that we have hard decisions. I kind of just want to play Death Shadow, Daze Proof, smack with Street Wraith. Seems fine. Oh, that is the wrong color. I imagine even if he did have Daze, I'd be surprised if you Daze something that you know that you have the Fatal Push for. Do-do-do. What does our opponent do here? Delver? That's kind of scary in a way, isn't it? You know what? I like the excitement. This might be wrong, but like, if I do force this, then I lose my Death Shadow, which is uncool. Okay, that is fine. So, we can hurt ourselves for 3 here. If we do that, then this will be a hit for 10. I'll be at 5. Which feels dangerous, but I am 2 hits away from dying. Like, I'm not that close to dying. I don't know. Have I just been, like, insanely... He's still got the Brainstorm to force this to flip, though. So I think I'll just hit him regularly. And you know what? I think I'll force the Brainstorm that he uses to get this to flip, too. I do want to Brainstorm this turn, so I think I'm gonna just do the Underground Sea. Okay, this is all interesting. If I take the Wasteland, then our opponent doesn't get to Brainstorm on upkeep to flip that Delver, which seems awesome. So I know I want the Wasteland, which means I'm not playing another land this turn anyway, so I don't need Bloodstained Mire. So... And I can't really play this and explode it ever. So at this point, the game's too tight. So something like this is fine. It does turn off my Swamp Walk here, but if he doesn't have a swamp in play, he's not winning the game. And I think we'll force pitch Delver pretty liberally, because we do not need Delver for anything. I assume this push is eventually happening on this Death Shadow. Yeah, exactly. Please no days. Plus. Alright. Well, it does slow us down quite a bit. At least we have the perfect, like, Brainstorm fetch land combo going on here. So let's just do that. Oh, yeah. This is, like, really gonna hurt if he just plays a Delver and then flips it on us. But what can you do, dude? You gotta play it. You gotta play hard, man. Alright, don't just play Delver. That would be uncool. Man, that's a pretty good wall, too. Okay. So in this situation, 2 hits with Girma Angler wins the game. So I want to attack with Girma Angler. Assume that he doesn't have any instant speed way to damage himself, because that would just be, like, insanely bad. And I just don't think we can beat it at this point. Like, we can't play around it because we can't beat it anyway. So, I think I attack with Girma Angler. He won't block if he doesn't have a way to instant speed damage himself. Should be like Dismember or Cycle Street Wraith. And then he'll attack us back. We'll block with Street Wraith. Once again, we're just hoping that he can't do anything. This can only die to Dismember, so actually that's not an option. Because we're currently saying that he doesn't have Dismember in his hand. So that seems like kind of what we have to do. And his pushes don't do anything against either of these creatures. Alright. Street Wraith or Dismember is just completely... we lose, but nothing we can do about it. Keeping this Polluted Delta in hand because you just gotta pretend. Dude, I've got something, dude. This is nice and close either way. This is like a game of Magic. Magic is happening. Oh, that is ridiculously interesting. Because we've got Swamp Walk. So he's basically telling me, I have another Death Shadow or Girma Angler. And if that's a true story that he's telling us, man, we lose. Although if it's another Death Shadow, we could just rip one of our 4 remaining Fatal Pushes. We've got 4 of them. Oh, actually, yeah, any creature could do, so this also works. But come on. There's lots of stuff we could draw here. That works. Oh my god. Do I have an Underground Sea to fetch? I don't know, but I need to fetch it either way. Oh my god. Awkward. Guys, could that be any more awkward? Wow. We were 1 life away from winning this game. That is unbelievable. Okay, but this was a very, very amazing, interesting game, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you guys around. Thank you, MTGO traders, for this wonderful opportunity.